slow you right down, come and sit in next to me. You know there's something I just gotta say. I've been trying to find the right words to say this honestly. So a moment I can find a way, 'cause I've been going crazy just thinking of you. You must be so tense, putting on your time, running through my mind. I guess that I'm addicted to all that you do. I could call it love, but that don't say enough about me and you. Every minute, every hour, every day, 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way than I can ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. I'm no time for your good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me. So baby, won't you take a look at me? Can't you see I'm all tied up? 'Cause I'm begging you for your touch, asking you for your hand. And I know that they're only words to you, and just words are not enough. But if you give me time, and son, I know you'll understand. 'Cause I've been going crazy just thinking of you. You must be so tense, putting all your time, running through my mind. I guess that I'm addicted to all that you do. I could call it love, but that don't say enough about me and you. Every minute, every hour, every day, 247 got a hold on me. There's no better way that I could ever say it. 247 got a hold on me. I'm no time for your good every day. 247 got a hold on me. Lock it up, lock it down, throw the key away. 247 got a hold on me.
I'd just like to talk a little bit about our hackathon's vision. So when MadHacks was starting to be tossed around as an idea a few years ago, we wanted to have a hackathon that was not just another hackathon. We know and love hackathons, but we wanted to do something different. So our hackathon is all about taking creative risks, doing wacky things, kind of making the impossible possible. We are also really stressing inclusivity. So I'd ask you all to take a moment and look at our code of conduct when you have a chance. It's on MLH's website. If you see anything that's questionable that you think might be kind of in breach of our code of conduct, just talk to any volunteer or Lee from MLH. What else? So our hackathon is for hackers by hackers. Our voting is done by you all, not just a group of judges, except you guys are actually all the judges. Some other stuff, we have some private GitHub repos. Send an email to team@madhacks.org with your group's GitHub usernames and project name, and then we'll try and set you guys up with that. If that doesn't happen in like 15 minutes, just come get a volunteer. What else? We also have a lot of other cool APIs and hardware. So find a volunteer if you have any questions about that. What else? I'd also like to talk about the Wisconsin idea. If you're not from UW-Madison, you might not know what the Wisconsin idea is, but basically it is the idea that the goal of our university, our community, should be to improve people's lives beyond the classroom. So this year we are having the Wisconsin Idea Award, and that's going to go to the best civic or educational hack. And the prize for that is actually pretty cool. Your whole team gets tickets to go to GH Seoul this summer, so it's a really big hackathon in Korea. So that should be a lot of fun.
Plus flight.
Yeah, plus flight. So flight and housing in Korea over the summer. We have really a lot of swag and sponsors. They're all nice, as far as I can tell. So talk to them. They're all really cool people. Otherwise, if you have a question, find a volunteer. They look like either they have a shirt like this or they have a kind of a red shirt. That's all I have. I'm going to hand it off to Lee from MLH. That's awesome.
Hello, everyone. Ooh, this is loud. Hello, how's everyone feeling? I know I met some of you that stopped by to ask about hardware. We're going to officially kick off hardware right after this, so do come by, but don't come all at once and scare me. Just kidding. I'm from MLH. For those that don't know us, we're Major League Hacking. We're the official student hackathon league, and you're all awesome for being here, and you being here is giving your school points. So round of applause for that. This is the official MLH event. Okay. Please be sure for the code of conduct. It's on our website. If you're not familiar, basically, if anyone is telling you to stop, that's just enough for you to stop. If you have any questions or concerns, or if someone's making you feel uncomfortable, please feel free to just come see me or any of the student organizers. We also have awesome hardware here. I brought with me the Oculus, Elite Motion, Arduinos, the Mayo, Pebble, and then also in addition to that, we recently just got the Muse and the Fire Phone and the Jawbone. If you come and swing by just to say hi, or if you want me to give you a quick walkthrough, we'll do that. Or if you want to come and tell me an awesome joke, that's cool too. So that's all on my end. I can't wait to see all of you. Next we have Microsoft. Yay, Microsoft! Each Sorry about that, Microsoft.
Sorry, Microsoft. Let's see. Try to figure this thing out. Am I going back? All right.
There you go.
There we go. Hey-o. All right. Thank you all so much for having me today. My name is Eric Martel, and I'm one of the co-founders of Eat Street. Starting off, what is Eat Street? Eat Street is a Madison-based tech startup founded by myself and 2 others in the year 2010. To date, we provide online ordering for 15,000 restaurants nationwide. We also host 6,000 websites for restaurants, and we power Yelp's online ordering. And through all of that, we're happy to say that we feed millions of people. So, true to our very early ideals, Eat Street is definitely trying to maintain a hacker culture. We basically remember back to our roots when we got this whole thing started. When we got started, we drank a lot of soda, so therefore we have, just tons and tons and tons of caffeine-induced code at this point. We played a lot of video games in the early days, so we have an Xbox in the office, and even though we didn't have a giant inflatable shark in our college apartment, we got one for Eat Street because it's freaking awesome. Oh my gosh. the most recent, real highlight of kind of the fun hacker culture that we try to maintain at the company is just happened yesterday. Is master broken or is it just me.com? We realized that that domain was open. Somebody actually asked the question when they were trying to work in the test environment, whether or not everything was completely broken or not. And one of our engineers just went out, registered that domain. It's hooked in with our continuous integration. So if we ever want to know if the master branch of our code is broken or not, we now have a website, is master broken, or is it just me.com? So just kind of as a theme for the presentation, I think that the quintessential hacker quote is, there's nothing quite like ignorance combined with the driving need to succeed to force rapid learning. And that's by Ed Catmull. He's the founder of Pixar, super awesome guy. And I can't think of anything that I relate to more in the process of building 8th Street than that particular quote. So, starting off in the very earliest days of our company in 2010, just hacking stories. The first Google searches that we ran, once we had the idea, was how do you start a business and how do you make a website? So I'll start off and say, who here in this room feels like they're familiar with computer coding? Just show of hands. All right, congratulations. I'd say that you're all more qualified programmers than I was on the first day of trying to build our website. We really had to learn very quickly once we had the idea that we were going to provide this online service, just basically how to get from point A to point B, because at that point we were just very introductory programmers trying to kind of move this idea into a reality, but we definitely had a lot of blank space in between that we weren't entirely sure how to get from point A to point B. There were some great emails from that time period. My favorite one in particular is going back and forth with my technical co-founder Alex, and we were both really upset at the time that we needed a database because we were going to store all of our restaurant menus as text files. It was like, oh gosh, like now we have to learn something else. Like what is the deal? Like who needs a database anyways? In retrospect, I think that was a pretty good idea that we opened up to that idea. And then a short follow-up from that particular email was, we were thinking, okay, how many people are going to be on the website in a given moment? And we naively thought, okay, 5,000 people maybe. When we launched, we did about 10 orders a day, so that didn't actually turn out. But we also thought, okay, one person on the website, one database connection. So our original web host company, I have this email, and I really give the guy a lot of credit for not laughing me out of the room in his very professional response when I said, we need a MySQL database capable of handling 5,000 concurrent connections. How much is that going to cost me? We have about $150. Today, 8th Street is processing probably anywhere between 500 and 1,000 requests a second, and we're doing that on about 500 connections, just as a point of reference. So it's definitely, that was a big overestimation. We didn't know anything about building websites, HTML, CSS. You'll see that on the next slide. Most of our data, again, because it came out of this great text file idea, was just encoded, comma-separated strings for your pizza toppings and everything that way. So looking back on it, I'm not endorsing bad code by any means. Actually, I mean, we, at this point, put a very, very high premium on really good code. But the point was, at that point in time, we were more focused on building than we were on, necessarily anything else. And I think that, basically kind of the emphasis on correctness and that the idea that there was a right or a wrong way to do things only came much later. And we still try to enforce on a daily basis the idea that really the creative solution, the vision is the most important thing. And if you do something wrong, and if it ends up costing some time and energy in the future, as long as it was in line with the right idea, with kind of a creative pursuit of getting from point A to point B, that is the focus and that is the kind of culture that we try to foster within the company. So, the first website in all of its glory. Oh, there we go. Not exactly the prettiest thing, but that launched in 2010 for us. So, hacking stories from the very early days. So we had launched this website, and the first day that we did business, we had 6 restaurants that we were providing the online ordering for. And we got a call from one of the restaurant owners that night saying, "Hey, where's my daily report? I, cannot close out my register until I know all of the business that you brought me for the day so that I can pay my employees." And we kind of laughed about that behind closed doors because we had brought him 1 order. So it was like, "Can I tell you over the phone?" But he was very adamant that he needed that. So that resulted in a very late night. Definitely learned a lot about scheduling jobs and cron tab that night, as basically Alex and I worked together to hack together daily reports that would say, "This is how many orders your restaurant got in a day." The next big, late night for us came from unclosed database connections. So in all of your introductory computer science classes, your Java professor, or whatever language they're teaching, is probably emphasizing, the find lead block and make sure to close anything that you open. And we just kind of thought, that was like the boogeyman, like whatever. And then the website started going down. So it turns out that's a real thing. So that was an even later night. I mean, that one pushed me well into the morning. And then finally, when we first launched this website, we just had some bash scripts that wrote directly into our SQL database to actually fill out our menus. And it turns out that when you're employing your non-technical buddies and you're paying them back with beer and pizza, emphasis maybe on the beer side, that when they're filling in, pizza names and stuff like that through a bash script, you end up getting a lot of mistakes. So we basically realized that there was a driving need in the very early days to create something that would allow our people to import menu data much quicker and more efficiently. So that was an all-nighter for me. I built that in a single night, just like fueled by Red Bull and driving necessity. 9 months after we launched the website, we had kind of a breakthrough from the business side that I won't talk about too much. But we were giving out actually free food if you ordered through our website from a local restaurant called A China on University. Up until that point, we had always just faxed our orders to the restaurant. Believe it or not, it's an antiquated technology, obviously, but every single one of our restaurants wanted to get their orders through fax. So we actually didn't even have the ability to email orders at that point. And what we realized is that we were having such an uptick in order volume that it takes about 6 minutes for a fax machine to receive a fax. These are the random things that you learn. And we were backed up over an hour. So people's orders weren't even getting printed in time. And they were already calling in and saying, where's my food? So we realized that we needed email ordering and we needed it like right now. So I was on University Avenue. I lived about 1.5 miles away. I ran out of the restaurant where we were actually actively like helping the guy make his food, and jumped in my car, nearly ran over like 4 pedestrians on the way home, going like 60 miles an hour down University to try to program out email orders. I mean, that whole process only took about 15 minutes. It was actually not a big deal, but that will go down as the most stressful 15 minutes of my life. There's absolutely no doubt about it. So, moving on. So, hacking stories in the middle days. So we made it out of these like very early, very kind of like elementary challenges that we had, and the business was really growing. So as I mentioned earlier, we host sites for restaurants, about 6,000 of them today, and really that came out of just a hack. We had an employee named Tyrell who his first day on the job said to us, and it was like the most obvious thing in the world when we thought about it, hey, you guys put all of these restaurants on a centralized source, but a lot of these restaurants don't have websites. Why don't we give them websites? It was like, wow, why don't we? So he asked, hey, it's my first day on the job. I know WordPress pretty well. Can I make a WordPress template that's just generic for restaurants, and we can drop an iframe to Eat Street on it, and just kind of see if we get any orders? And it turned out that was a smashing success. So we basically, over the last 3 years, that was in 2012, went from that kind of rudimentary system to a much more fully functional website. Now it's a CMS. It has on-page ordering. A restaurant owner can go and say that they want a website with us, see if the domain's available, click a button, and within 15 minutes they're going to have a website with on-page ordering, SSL enabled. It registers the domain, fixes up the DNS, just everything in the process. It's basically kind of a Wix or GoDaddy-esque experience. So the cool thing about that is that it just shows that like you can just have this this idea that kind of hits you out of nowhere, put together a proof of concept, and like we're like 15 iterations into this idea, and now it's one of the most important aspects of what we do. Scarier story from the middle days. We had the dreaded data center meltdown. So we were hosting with just kind of a small family-owned website hosting company. And they gave us fair warning. They're like, hey, we're going to install a firmware patch. We don't expect any kind of outages. You know, like we trust VMware and everything that they do. And sure enough, it went down for 72 hours. So our site was down along with every other site that they hosted. We were getting intermittent SSH access at the very best, but mostly not even that. It was like, wow, you know, what do we do at this point? We have thousands of restaurants, or at least 8,000. We had hundreds of thousands of users, and it was like, we need to get back online, and we need to get back online right now because Bob's Pizza in Florida doesn't care whether or not our hosting provider is having an outage. They just know that we're down. So that brought the engineering team, which at this point was 3 guys, together, and we migrated to AWS. Again, sorry to the Microsoft guys in Azure. We migrated to AWS in the course of about 18 hours. And that was, you know, that goes down as the second most stressful period of my life. Hands down, because, I mean, we didn't know any of the terminology or kind of the ecosystem at all. But got it all together, rebuilt our database out of binary logs. It was a heck of a lot of fun. Moving on to kind of where we are today, or like getting close to today. Last summer, basically, we made a big push to kind of redesign our entire tech stack. And from the very beginning, it's been one continuous code base. We were building it on top of JSP, which if any of you are looking for a web technology to build a website with, I highly do not recommend JSP. And it had become big, it had become bloated, it was slow, and we basically said, hey, you know, it's time for us to really bite the bullet and kind of bring ourselves back to like the very early days of hacking something from like the empty slate. So in that particular case, we went from a JSP to an Angular front end. We rolled out a ton of new features and CSS framework in the process. It was really controlled chaos. At that point, our engineering and design team totaled about 10. And the cool thing was that almost all of us had come to Weed Street directly out of college, and we basically applied all the lessons that we had learned over the last 4 years of running the company and tried not to make the same mistakes. But at the same time, it was a very concentrated 3-month push, felt exactly like how it did in 2010 when we were building the website for the first time, except this time we do close our database connections. Really came together to get this done. It was a super awesome experience, and it's the kind of thing that, again, we want to continue to improve and iterate upon and maintain that kind of highly creative environment within our company. All right, it's not advancing to the next slide, but basically what we want to do going forward is maintain that exact same kind of culture. Oh, there we go. So we want to maintain that exact same kind of culture going forward into the future. One thing that I've learned over 5 years of software engineering with Weed Street is that I think that it's one of the most creative and expressive of the engineering pursuits. We've been building bridges for a really long time. We've been building cars for less long, but still a really long time. But it turns out, you know, software is a very, very new field of study. And I mean, you talk to somebody at one very large driving tech company and another one from a different one, and they might have a completely different philosophy as to what the best practice is, the right way of going about getting things done. There are things that we all agree on, there are things that none of us agree on. And I think that that's awesome because basically, I mean, what it does is creates the Wild West for building like cool stuff before, you know, it kind of all converges into the idea that there's only one way to really build a bridge. So we're going to keep on, you know, speaking personally, we're going to keep on having fun and hacking cool features to make your food ordering experience easier. I've pulled at least 10 all-nighters, I think, with Weed Street. They're one of my favorite things. I plan on pulling a lot more in the future. So I think that when you stop pulling all-nighters, that's a sign that maybe you're not hacking as much anymore. So we're trying to stay away from that. And I mean, trite but true is you get out of it what you put in. So if you really pour yourself into, you know, this creative kind of outlook, building something out of nothing, what you're really going to get out of it probably is something, you know, that's worthy of all the efforts that you put into it. And I know that just watching a tech product iterate over the years has been one of the most fulfilling experiences in my life. And I hope that some of the projects that start in this room are around in 5 years, and that you guys are doing the exact same. So that's all I got. Thank you.
I'll shake your hand too.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah. Thanks.
Awesome. How's everyone doing? Okay, I'm going to keep this super fast because I know everyone wants to hack. This is me, David Washington. I work at Microsoft. This is the same shirt. I went to Madison, graduated about 11 years ago, probably in a lot of the same classes with a lot of the same professors you have. I've been at Microsoft. Let's see if this click works. I'm slow. Come on, up button. Oh, you're going to do it? Okay, you got to keep up. Been at Microsoft for 11 years. Worked on all kinds of things, like I worked on a little app you may have heard of called This. It's got about 600 million users, the Windows Explorer. Worked on a mobile app you may have heard of, the Windows 8. Yeah, funny. But right now, my team has works all over the U.S. Next slide, please. Works all over the U.S. hacking with you guys, right? With students at all the major universities in the U.S. And I was looking at the data over the last 6 months. We've been at 10 hackathons, right? I've been at a bunch of them. The folks here with me have been at a bunch of them, and everyone is amazing, right? Everyone is a little bit different, but the thing that's the same between all of them is the awesome technology that people are building while they're there. So. One hacking story, I was actually on stage about a year ago hacking with, showing our hack off at Disrupt. Okay, I'm just going to wave at you and you say next slide, okay? And I was presenting a hack that we did. We actually won the best IoT prize. And the thing about hacking is you never know what your idea is going to be, but as soon as you build it, it could end up winning something. So what's awesome about stuff like this is I've seen even cooler hacks at the hackathons here on campuses than what I saw at TechCrunch. So don't be amazed. Amaze yourself with what you can do. So even if you don't feel like you're these guys, does anyone watch this show? Excellent. You can still win. So I thought I'd give you a few tips to win a hackathon. They're invisible, so they're secret tips. But the first tip is planning is important, right? You're gonna be like, oh yeah, let's code. Let's just go check it out. But if you want to win, or you want to win some prizes, or you want to build something that you're really proud of and cool, spend some time, maybe even an hour, right, to actually decide what you're gonna build. One thing, not 5 things. Draw a picture, brainstorm, something that you're all excited about, right? Because at 1 a.m., you don't want to be thinking about that. You want to just be just coding, right? So planning is super important. Second, source control, another 1 a.m. thing. You probably think oh, we're good, we'll just drop it on Dropbox and it'll be fine. No, you probably don't code with 5 other people most of the time. So, it's going to be a lot more code than you think, and you're going to make a lot more mistakes than you usually do. So just, set up your GitHub repo, start committing to that, and your life will be good. And then the other thing that's kind of a good planning tool is when you're actually building your thing, build what you're going to demo. Don't build all of the tweaky, stuff that no one's ever going to see. What is the one thing that you want to build that you can be proud of when you're done, right? Either you demo it to the judges or you demo it to your friends. Just decide on one thing you're going to demo and then build that. Because 24 hours seems like a lot of time now, but like it's actually not that much time. So one thing that can help you win is to use some things that other people have provided for you, right? So Microsoft has actually, every team here is going to get $100 in Azure Cloud from us. And Azure has a ton of things, like basically anything that you want to do on the cloud, it has. So anything that's on AWS and some other cool stuff too. You can think of it like there's mobile services, which is essentially like a backend in a box, right? Like if you want to like write a mobile app and then like just have it handle the data storage and the push notifications and stuff, you can do that. The rocket that we launched at TechCrunch was like a Spark core with a Node.js and a Mongo backend. Like that's all on Azure. So like any type of hack like that, open source stuff is good. We've got like SQL databases, like I said, push notifications. And then the thing that is probably most valuable to you is that we have tons, like we've got 4 people here who can help you hack. So come find us and we'll help out. The last slide isn't here, but if you had that slide, what you would see is we're going to give $100 out to the team that has the best. Sorry, no, we're not giving $100 anymore. We're giving $100 in Azure to everyone. We're giving hoodie pillows to every team that uses Azure. So come to the Tech Talk at 1:15. You can get an awesome hoodie pillow. Also, the team that has the best use of Azure the whole team gets tablets that we brought, Dell Venue Pros, and I think that's it. Email mdwade@microsoft.com to get your $100 in free Azure now, so you get the hoodie pillow and move stuff. Okay, thanks. Oh yeah, we're doing a raffle. There's a survey. Check out the booth, and you can get win a Surface Pro 2. Thank you.
I was busy hacking yesterday, so I have no slides. My name is Ryan Fowler. I work for Single Wire Software here in Madison, Wisconsin. We're hiring, so if you're looking for a job, check out our website. We are a culture of hackers too, I would say, especially that guy over there. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about our company. It started with a genetics experiment that went horribly awry. I'm not sure what the scientists intended, but I don't think they intended a humoctopus, half human, half octopus, to be terrorizing citizens.
This is the humoctopus. I am speaking to you from the future. Run for your life, wretched humans. I will smash you all.
So the time thing doesn't really make sense, the genetics experiment when it came from the future, but ignore that part. We realized right then that we needed a new generation of notification technologies. So we started coding right away. James is one of the first ones going. So we started coding, built up this awesome thing called Informacast, and the market for mutant notification platforms just dried up, like instantaneously. I think it was some new regulations or something. So we started selling it to schools and hospitals and governments, all kinds of crazy, psychiatric wards, everything, right? Everybody needs to like notify somebody of something. So sometimes the school lockdown, sometimes there's a cleanup on aisle 4. There's just all sorts of reasons to notify people. So that's what we sell right now. We just released a new cloud-based system. It's called Informacast Mobile. If anybody wants to use that in their hack, it's got iOS notification and SMS and blah, blah, blah. Come talk to anybody with Single Wire on their shirt, unless somebody put on the shirt we gave you. We'd be happy to help set you up with access to that system. As I said before, we're hiring, so please check out our website on the careers page. Talk to anybody at Single Wire. We're using cool technology. We work hard, have a great company. We're right here in Madison, awesome city of Madison, Wisconsin. So we just want to welcome you. Happy hacking. We've got lots of developers here too, so come find us if you have questions about some technology. We'll help where we can. So thank you.
Hey, I'm Matt. I'm Matt from Pebble. We're out in Silicon Valley. I'm sure a lot of you saw our Kickstarter. It was about 2 weeks ago, I think it ended. We made $20 million. And we had, I think, something like 60 or 70,000 backers. And it was amazing that the morning that Apple announced the Apple Watch, we were all cringing. We had a lot of people cancel because they were excited about the Apple Watch. And one of the cool things is that the Kickstarter basically had a uncancel option. And as Apple was going on talking about their watch, we kept seeing those people coming back. By the end, I think of the 1,000 that canceled, 2 didn't come back. And so that was really, really surprising for us. And pretty much the second that Tim Cook got on stage and said, the Apple Watch has an 18-hour battery life, the Kickstarter page just went crazy. And people just decided at that moment they wanted a 7-day battery life with Pebble rather than that. So basically, with Pebble, you pair it up with your phone. It keeps you connected to the things going on around you, so you can see your notifications, your calls, your emails, all show up on your watch. So rather than pulling your phone out to see who's trying to contact you, you just look down and you instantly know what's going on. It also integrates with ESPN, with your calendar. We have like Yelp, so you can find like where the nearest restaurant, coffee shop, bar is. And we're just working to integrate with more and more companies like Starbucks and Evernote. Here's just a picture of a couple of my favorite apps. About half of them are ones that I made, so I always like to show them off. Like we've got an XKCD comic viewer. We've got like a couple animated watch faces that are APNG. It's kind of like GIF. So Flappy Bird clone. We are doing a Flappy Bird competition that whoever has the highest score by the end of the event is going to get a free Pebble. It's super hard, so usually the high score is usually like 20. So one of the cool things is basically for us to discover apps. We actually created an in-app app store, so you install the Pebble app on your phone. You're able to basically look through there and see all the applications. We have 7,000 apps and 500,000 watch faces. There's one watch face for every 2 users. My mom got a Pebble last year. She's made 10 watch faces. There's a website called Watch Face Generator. You just drag and drop an image, move the time, move the date, click a button, and it makes the app for you. And later we're doing a tech talk at 6:15 where we're going to be walking through Cloud Pebble. It's our Cloud SDK. You basically click a button, write a little bit of code, click the big green play button. It'll show up in our emulator, or you can switch it over to installing it into a watch. And this is what the new Pebble time that we kickstarted 2 weeks ago. Those will be hitting the Kickstarter backers early May. And after we've got shipped out to all the Kickstarter backers, we're going to start selling in the stores. And that's it. Thank you.
So we were number 4. I counted 5, so we must have started at 0. That was fun. So I'm here from Epic, and we're a little company here in Verona, Wisconsin, kind of the greater Madison area. My name is Mike Epley, here with my counterpart Janet Campbell from Epic as well. And we're going to be here as mentors today, so I can certainly support you from the mobile side. That's kind of my area of expertise. Janet here will be supporting you guys from the web side, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and everything in between, including C#. So, quick thing about Epic. How many of you are patients or have ever cared for someone else that was a patient? How many of you will be patients? It's like everyone was patients. Okay, cool. So the neat thing about Epic is that the software that we write, which is across different platforms for different people, including patients and doctors and nurses, we have a really big footprint. About 55% of the United States is covered by our software, which is pretty awesome. Half of this room here, you're already in Epic, you're cared for with Epic, which is really cool. And I think it comes back to Epic's mission statement, which is do good and have fun. The do good part is really easy. We can prove with our software that we save lives. We throw up notifications to doctors to say, hey, you're asking for a medication that this patient is allergic to. Maybe you didn't see that before. That's a life. Or we can show the MRI to the surgeon as he's doing the surgery in his Google Glass, or whatever sort of heads-up display he's using. Might make his surgery more efficient, safer. There's another life. So we focus on patient quality care and efficient healthcare as well, because healthcare costs are kind of going out of control. So I get to have a huge impact with my software, and that really comes back to the do good. The other part, have fun, it's really about who we hire and who we work with. And I think that's why we're here today sponsoring the hackathon, or at least being a part of that. And that's really because you guys are doing innovations. And that's the best part of this. You get to see what comes out the other side with these kind of crazy ideas. Just something in the back of your mind that could maybe become a viable product. It could be your business in the future, and that's really cool. That's really the spirit of development that we have at Epic as well. Everyone kind of has an idea. They have a mission statement, a problem that they want to solve. You get to really own that all the way through. So, real just quick blurb about myself, Epic, and Janet here as well. We'll be here doing mentoring pretty much all day, so make sure you come to us with all your tough questions. Thanks.
Hello everyone. My name is Kyle Alaska, and I am with Junk Trading. I myself am a former UW-Madison alumni. I am 2 years out of school, and I did my undergrad in math and computer science, like as I'm sure many of you have as well. So, what is Junk Trading? As a former Madison student, I, like many of you, go to the career fair and go to many a booth and not always know what the individual companies are. I had no idea what it meant to do software engineering in the financial industry, but I took a risk, and it has paid off immensely. Junk Trading is an algorithmic trading firm based in Chicago with offices in New York, London, Singapore, and I think I already said Chicago, but we trade in over like 50, 60 different exchanges around the world in every major asset class. And you're probably still wondering, like, well, what opportunities are there for me as a software engineer in the financial area? Well, if you think about it, basically every major exchange these days is trading online or digitally. So someone has to support that, right? Like when you look at our trading, the trading community, the traders are constantly using like deep learning techniques, machine learning. These are some of there's quants doing analysis to see what kind of signals they could garner to further develop their own strategies. In my own personal role, I'm constantly looking for opportunities to do latency analysis or find ways to better improve my code so that it'll be robust, etc. We also deal with a large amount of data on a daily basis. That data needs to be analyzed and processed, etc. If you're interested in learning more about Junk Trading and what we are and what we have to offer, we'll be holding a Tech Talk Q&A and roundtable session around 5 o'clock today. So feel free to stop by.
Good morning, I'm Trisha Wallenstein. I'm a recruitment coordinator at UW-Madison Division of Information Technology. I'm also a UW alum, so go Badgers. We're really excited to be here. Do-It is a large organization, about 900 employees, 300 of which are students, and we hire all different areas of IT. I had the opportunity to meet a few of our student employees today. We have someone here from Help Desk, IT Security, as well as a student trainer for software. We have full-time opportunities, developers, database administrators, a huge network department, which we're using the network. So lots of great opportunities. Come check out our booth. I can't answer any technical questions, but I'm happy to tell you about how amazing Do-It is to work.
Hi everyone, I'm Jake with Widen, like widen your reach, here along with Francisco and Dawn. Widen is a 67-year-old startup here in Madison. Basically, we are a marketing technology company that works with many companies that you've heard of, including LG, GE, Truck Bicycle, and many more here locally and all over the world. We help them connect their marketing content, basically providing DAM software, and that's a fun acronym to say, but it's a fancy term for digital asset management. We help companies manage and make the most of all of their images, videos, and all of the rich media that helps to connect with people around the world. Widen is here in Madison. We've been around for a long time. We're actively growing, and we are recruiting software developers and QA staff. So if you're interested in learning more about career opportunities with Widen, check us out online at widen.com. And again, Francisco will be here throughout the event. We're really happy to support all that you're doing and really excited to see all your creations. So we encourage you to be creative, be agile, and enjoy life. And those are the cultural aspects that we live by at White. So thank you all, and hack on.
Hi, my name is Bradley from Purdue. We make games for Android and iPhone. I'm also BW graduated in CS, and throughout our cultures, when I started with 10 people in the basement of our CEO, we're now in an actual office on the west side, and we are currently hiring for UI artists and software developers. Go to the careers page on our Purdue website. In our culture, definitely is supportive of hacking. We had a number of hacking events where we make games over a weekend. So yeah, just glad to be here. Thanks.
Okay, I think I have the last spot before you guys get going. Is that right? One more. Okay. Well, I just wanted to let everyone know that ShopBop is here in Madison. We're a big employer. For those that may not know what ShopBop is, we are a high-end clothing line with both men's and women's. We serve internationally, and we are the top 15 e-commerce websites in the world, all based here in Madison. So we are also hiring. We have a team also in New York, so if you're interested in jobs there or in Vancouver, feel free to reach out and let me know.
Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jeff Wallenstein, and I'm pretty sure there's another Wallenstein here, which I've never met, and I've never heard another Wallenstein, so that's actually pretty interesting. I'm an employee at GE, specifically GE Healthcare. So we have a lot of really great leadership programs that you can get involved with at GE. We have our IT leadership program, which is going to be really centered around learning about different technologies as well as working within a business space. Our SDLP program, which is software development, so that's going to be a lot more of the core technologies that you'll be working with. Lots of the Javas and lots of the infrastructure programming languages. And we also have a program for Edisons, so this is our engineering opportunities. So a lot of our mechanical engineers, or just engineers really in general, can get the opportunity to kind of work with a lot of our big machines and create solutions. So these are really interesting opportunities, and I'm actually a part of the ITLP program here. So it's a 2-year-long program, and you're in new rotations every 6 months. So it's a great transition from a student lifestyle into a full-time employee in the sense that you're kind of going through these semester-type, transitions, learning new technologies and working with different people. So I didn't want to take up too much time, but just wanted to introduce myself. We have lots of internships and full-time positions available. We'll be at the UW campus too, a lot more in the fall, recruiting pretty heavily. So if you're interested or if you have any more questions, please check us out. Thanks.
Yes. Hi, my name is Perry. I'm a hacker. You know, sometimes I get really sad because outside a room like this, I can't really use that word. Because that word, our word, the word we use to describe ourselves, has been corrupted and turned into to mean something that is not who we are and what we do. We know that hacking is the frustrating, painful, joyous, euphoric process of turning nothing into something, right? And sometimes that something changes the world, but always that something changes us. And in that regard, we are poets, painters, sculptors, artists of every kind. That's what we are here today. By my reckoning, I'm a second-generation hacker. before you ask, you're 7th generation hackers. Okay? And MadHacks in specific, and hackathons in general, are amazing. They couldn't have been done in my day when I started out. Sure, we could get this many hackers in one room at one time, but it would not have been very much fun waiting for the key punch machine. We could do amazing graphics. We could. We printed them out in ASCII, one line at a time, and we separated all the pages, put them in a neat stack, and then flipped through them really fast. Okay? We had music devices. We could play music. Take an AM radio, tune it between stations so it's just static, and you put it on top of the drum storage device, which is the size of one of these tables here. Then we wrote programs to move the heads of the drum back and forth, and the drum put out so much interference that it modulated the static on the radio, making music. Okay? And if you haven't heard Iron Butterfly In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida on static in an AM radio, you haven't lived. Okay? Now, talking about old versus new, I heard the term graybeard recently, describing objectionable personalities on sites like, Stack Overflow, for example. And I remind you that with the so-called anonymity of the net, that graybeard that we're referring to may be actually, and I'm not old enough yet to have a beard, but besides, the term graybeard isn't really very inclusive, because curmudgeons, let's call them curmudgeons, curmudgeons come in as many genders as you do. And the degree to which those curmudgeons are 2nd generation hackers like me, or 3rd or 4th, whatever generation they are, I feel sorry for them, because they seem to have lost something that all of you know here today. All of you here today know. What are you doing here if not sharing your passion about doing what you're doing, right? That is a key part, that sharing of passion. That's a key part of hacking. That's why I'm an educator. I love doing what I'm doing so much that I can't keep my mouth shut about it. Okay? The tools that I had were different than the tools that you have here today, but my spirit is the same as yours. You have a lot to learn. You can learn a lot from someone who's been practicing their craft for 40 or 50 years. But my point is that if they're still true hackers in the best sense of the word, they know they have a lot to learn from you. You are here for the next 24 hours, and you're starting with nothing. 24 hours from now, who knows what somethings you will have produced. So keep learning, keep sharing, keep creating, keep turning nothing into something. In short, keep hacking all life long, and especially within the next 24 hours. And I understand that I have the honor of saying at the drop of this hand that it's time to start hacking. And that would be now.
Let's get started, everyone. See how we're going. Excellent.
I will be waiting. to see you. Let the light shine down on me. When the day breaks and the sky is changing colors into something new, I wanna see it with you. Sunrise, I wanna see you again. Promise that you'll always stay. Sunrise, when the world is brand new, I wanna see you with you. I wanna touch you. I wanna make you feel like you're the only one in this world for me. I wanna hold you. I wanna make you see. Yesterday was long ago and soon it will be. Sunrise, I wanna see you again. Promise that you'll always stay. Sunrise, when the world is brand new, I wanna see you with take you to the, take you to the. Me, I know you play hard, but you tell me side. And if I had one more to say, I'm sorry, baby. Take you to the graveyard. Me, I know you play hard, but you tell me side. Breathe free, and I'll be dancing in the woods. You'll be smiling, taking pictures. I know that I've never been more free. Take you to the, take you to the, take you to the, take you to the. Me, I know you play hard, but you take me side. And if I had one more to say, I'm sorry, baby. Take you to the graveyard. Me, I know you play hard, but you take me side. Breathe free, and I'll be dancing in the woods. You'll be smiling, taking pictures. I know that I've never been more free. Take you to the graveyard. Me, I know you play hard, but you take me side. Breathe free, and I'll be dancing in the woods. You'll be smiling, taking pictures. I know that I've never been more free. I know that I've never been more free.
Everything you see and hear these days is remixed, edited, filtered through some kind of software, and then sent back out to the world, you know.
The beats will make you nod. Swing will make you go from the left and the right. And the groove will make you, do a little bit of both and around and around. Football.
Once something's digital, it can be shifted and transformed and saved as a file. And that means that it's able to interface with almost with the entire spectrum of the digital media. Transformable. Anything can be changed.
but it's love that keeps me here, binding the soul.